Alright, traffic was so bad getting into the event, I was literally running inside. But the second I walked in, the vibes were already crazy. They had this whole poster center set up. Honestly, super cool. Prices were okay, not too bad. This was so cool. Games though, yeah, this was fire. This was pretty cool. Since I got here late, I was literally trying to catch a glimpse of racing while listening to everything that was happening just to catch up. And this was F2, so the action was already going crazy. This area's theme was pretty cool. One thing I gotta say about this whole event, the artwork, paintings, the sculptures around the whole track were amazing. Everywhere you walked, there was something new to look at. Throughout the whole week, I kept checking on the paintings they were working on, and it was so cool to see it come together. I was speeding through the event trying to make it to the seat because traffic was already cooked. It cooked my time. And then getting to turn one seats was already tight. But once I got here, the seats were amazing. The racing from this angle was unreal. And the helmet artwork, wow, the details on that thing were crazy. I loved it. And then I got to take a picture with one of my favorite teams, Audi. The livery was so cool this weekend. Sadly, this was Nico. He has car issues, but later, this race was crazy. The turns was wild. This was actually the race, and this was Formula One. This race was so good. Watching all the cars launch into turn one was insane. The engine screaming, the crowd, it had to record the moment. It's also pretty cool seeing the behind the scenes of the cars driving out the pit lane. Couldn't believe the race win though. I'm not gonna lie though, I was cooking in this Miami heat weather. This sun was no joke. Then out of nowhere, I got to see Marshmallow perform. Pretty cool, one of my favorites. I had to get another little break because of that heat was different. But this, look at the helmet, it's so cool. Alright, the break was over. One thing I really loved was all the different angles around the track. Honestly, if you had general admission ticket, it's still worth it because there are so many good angles that you can get of the cars. Literally a perfect view right here. Then I got to see some of the race cars up close with the Pirelli, testing the tires and checking the cars live. It was actually pretty cool to watch. I'm not gonna lie, I was over there blending into the Porsche crowd just to see the car on display. Seeing this McLaren up and close, I did like a whole photo shoot with it. Inside the stadium, they had race cans too. Throughout the day, I kept checking for celebrities and drivers coming in and out whenever I had a chance. The views up top of the stadium, though, absolutely crazy. I even got to see the VIP guests inside the paddock area, which was pretty cool. And then it was back to racing for one last race for the day. And I gotta say, turn one is probably one of the most exciting spots of the whole track, honestly. Seeing the pit lane action, cars diving into the turns, cars slipping, the chaos it caused, it was amazing. Honestly, the views alone made the tickets worth it. And once again, Kimmy and Antonelli cooking. And then I got to see Shaq, DJ Diesel. This was actually hilarious and cool. By this point, the heat had me done. I was walking around with the wet towel trying to survive. Then I spotted the painted car artwork, which was amazing. The whole art of hip-hop area was honestly one of my favorite spots in this side. The posters were for sale, and all the staff were super nice. If you got general admission, even this ramp was included with your ticket. Last up of the day, in the Red Bull racing area, got to see the V-Carb up close. Everybody there was super nice and had Red Bull slushing machine. This area was so nice. You got retro cars and then a sand sculpture of the Grand Prix Miami. This was pretty cool. While walking back, I even spotted one of the racers. That was pretty cool. Day was rough, but 100% worth it. Thank you for watching.